Hello everyone, welcome back to 7th grade math lesson 5 for YLOG. So let's get started with number 1. There are 120 students in the 7th grade and 40% of them are boys. How many boys are there in the 7th grade? So there's a quick way to do it and a long way to do it. I'll show you both for this problem. So the long way to do it is, so we put the original number, we set up as fractions. So the original number is always the denominator. And we're trying to find the new number after the new number, which is 40% of the boys, which is x. Then we put the percent, which is 40, and percent is always out of 100. So we cross multiply to get 100x equals 4812. Divide by 100 to get x equals 48. Another way to do it, which is the more faster way, is you just multiply it right away. So it's 120 times 0.4. Now why is it 0.4? Last lesson we learned how to convert percent to decimal to percent, and how to do that is to move the decimal points 2 places to the right. So when we're converting percent to decimal, we just move it 2 places to the left. So 40% move 2 places to the left is 0.4. So over here, and 120 times 0.4 is 48.2. And this is the quickest way to do it. But yeah. And number 2, calculate 25% of 72 and mark the correct answer below. Will you be using the quicker way? 72, 2 decimal places to the left, which is 0.25. Multiply 72 times 25. We'll ignore the decimal place for now. 2 times 5 is 0, 1, 36, 4 and 14, 0, 0. Transfer the 1. 3 plus 4 plus 1 is 8 and 18. And over here, the decimal place fills up 2 places. So we'll move 2 places to the left to get 18. The answer will be 8. And number 3, 8 kilograms of apples cost 20 bucks. How much do 6 kilograms of apples cost? We can find out how many 1 kilogram of apples cost. So we do 20 over 8, which is 20 over 8, 2, 16, 4, not enough, transfer 0, to get 2.5. And 6 times 2.5 is 0, transfer to 3. 2 times 6 is 12 plus 3 is 15. The answer will be C. And number 4, 6 workers finished a project in 16 days. How many days do 4 workers need to finish the same project? So there might be other ways to do this, but how I do it is 6 workers times 16 days equals 4 workers times X number of days. And you're allowed to make this as an inequality or not an inequality, equation with like terms, because both of them are a proportional relationship. So 6 times 16, 16 times 6 is 96. 96 equals 4x. Divide by 4 each. And 96 divided by 4 should give you 24. And the answer is D. There might be other ways, but this is the way how I do it. And number 5. Heidi buys shirts for 20 bucks and resells for 24. What is the percentage of Heidi's markup? So in this one, I'll be using the long way. And so yeah, the original is always the denominator, so which is 20 is the original. The new number is the numerator, which is 24. We don't know the percent, which is the markup, so we put x over 100. Cross multiply, 20x equals 2400. We could cancel the 0, so 240 divided by 2 equals 120. And 120 this is 120%, so the markup is 20%, which is C. Now moving on to number 6. Solve for x and mark the correct answer below. So I think number 6, we don't need to solve that because there's no actual problem. So we'll be skipping it. Number 7, a set of dishes is marked down 30% off the original price and the sale price is $19.60. What was the original price? So we don't know the original, so we'll put x over the new 19.6 equals 100. And this time we won't be putting 30% because if it was marked down 30%, then the $19.60 will be 70% of the original number. Because marked down 30%, 100 minus 30 equals 70%. So we'll be putting 70, cross multiply, you get 1960 equals 70x, divide by 70. We can write it down here. 70 goes in 196 2 times, minus 140 equals 560. 70 goes into 560 8 times because 7 goes into 56 8 times, and you just add the 0. So it will be 28. Oh, let me rewrite that. It will be 28. So the answer will be 28. So the answer will be C. The original price was $28. Moving on to the next section. Tell which number is greater, graph on number line. So we have 0 and 7. So we graph number line. 0 is always in the middle. This is negative numbers, but we don't need that right now. This is positive numbers, and let's say it goes to 7. We call the number on the number line that's further to the right is the greater number, and the number that's furthest to the left is the smallest number. So over here, I didn't even need to draw it, but over here we can see 7 is further on the number line than 0. So 7 will be greater. Negative 2 and negative 3. Negative 3 and negative 2. 2 is further to the right, so the answer would be negative 2. For negatives, it's always counting down. For positives, it's counting up, just in case you're confused. For this one, we have negative 5, negative 3, negative 1. Negative 1 is further on the number line to the right, so the answer will be negative 1. Number 4, we have 0, we have negative 4, negative 2, 0. 0 is further on the number line, so the answer will be 0. 5 and negative 2, 0. Well, negative 2 is a negative, so it'll be to the left of 0. 5 is positive, so it'll be to the right of 0. So 5 will be the greatest. And so we have 3 and 13. 13 is negative, so it's on the left of 0. 3 is positive, it's on the right of 0, so the answer will be 3. So yeah, it's fairly easy. Moving on to the next section. For the given value of A, find the value of negative A and the absolute value of A. So to find the value of negative A, we just plug in negative to get negative 6. And the absolute value of A, the absolute value means it's always positive, so the absolute value of A is just 6. A equals 13.6, negative value of 13.6 is negative 13.6, absolute value is 13.6. Number 3, negative 1 and 1/9. In negative A form is 1 and 1/9. Why? Because negative times negative is always positive. And the absolute value of negative 1 and 1/9 is 1 and 1/9 too. So same answer. For number 3, 8 equals negative 3. Negative value of negative 3 is 3. Negative times negative is positive. Absolute value of negative 3 is also 3. And number 5, 2.7. Negative value of 2.7 is negative 2.7, and absolute value is 2.7. So yeah, that's it for today, and see you guys next time.